What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense. And y'all, I'm just trying to do the best I can with what I got. Like the video as the intro plays, we got a lot to get into.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense to me intellectually.
Big Mims. Surfer. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
You're not talking because you lost all this weight. You kept climbing that mountain.
Because I'm about to pop off.
I don't care if you pop up. Wait, you can't talk about everybody else. Can't nobody say anything about you.
No, wait, what happened? What did you say?
I said she lost all that weight because she been climbing that mountain.
What's the mountain?
Vince.
Toast.
Okay, so I don't know if you were having a drink. I have had a couple, a few, and it's not even Casamigos, it's Don Julio Repo. So who knows what's about to happen tonight. I want to start off with a shout out to my favorite person. Y'all know I'm not big on celebrities, but this is one that I just love. Rihanna. I love everything about her. I love her business sense. I love that she really doesn't take anything from anybody. Shout out to her. She has now had her third baby, a little girl. When you're a billionaire, you can pop them out as many as you want. We'll get into Nick Cannon. He's not a billionaire in a minute. But again, shout out to Rihanna. Congratulations on the Heineken. You're drinking Heineken. If you drink, you're more than welcome to drink with me. I've also decided that we're going to be mixing and matching. So when we're going live, it's going to be like a show. But my pre-recorded videos will be more like one or two topics. So this, we don't really know what tonight's about to give. I want to start off with some mess. I'll just let you see. Let me take this off.
2 p.m. on the plane, and hostess Shaniqua is doing her thing, asking if the exit row folks would mind being heroes in case of an emergency. Enter Cheryl in 15B. Fresh from the lounge with a few beers under her belt, she pipes up, "If this bird's going down, I'm saving my own first." Classic Cheryl. Shaniqua ain't having it and asks Cheryl to move so someone else can play hero. Cheryl's not budging as she munches on some caramel popcorn like a boss. Then ground crew Karen tries to get Cheryl to move, but Cheryl's just popping corn, giving zero. Then baggage handler Chappelle takes a shot, but Cheryl's busy calling her lawyer, popcorn in one hand, phone in the other, like a true diva. Finally, the captain himself comes down the aisle telling Cheryl everyone's getting the boot if she doesn't move. Shezza don't care. Enter the po-po. They show up, kick everyone off the plane, and drag poor Cheryl out the escape hatch. And
Cheryl don't give a damn. I posted this video on my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, definitely follow me on Insta. I can't play the music for you because this is a real song. This is not a joke. Let me make sure the sound is off. Okay, here we go. Yeah, follow me on Insta. Make It Make Sense now on Instagram. But tell me this don't look like Keke Wyatt. Oh, sorry, you can't see. Tell me this does not look like Keke Wyatt. I feel like I've probably already reached my limit because it's hot in here. And it's like 69 degrees in this house. No, I know it's not Keke. I know it's not Keke, but it looked like Keke. And somebody already told me I was dead ass wrong. You can Google this. There is a video of Keke Wyatt dropping it for Jesus. She was twerking to a gospel song. You can Google that. I can't let you hear it. The name of the song is Booty Poppin'. I have already downloaded it. It's by an artist named Jen Light. She's going ultra. Let me stop before I get a phone call or something. Let's move on to this foolishness. So Mariah is now she looks stank. Mariah is going on a tour. She has to. She is trying to hawk her new album. And unlike Cardi B, Mariah Carey is not willing to go to the subway or sell actual albums for $9.99. But she is willing to do interviews.
Singer is also balancing being a mom of 2 teens. The twins are now 14.
Shout out to her, because you know.
Best I can, but when I got, oh.
She's just trying
Best
to.
I can, but when I got, oh.
I'm curious about you and your 2 children and how you navigate, because you're a co-parent with Nick Cannon, how you navigate co-parenting when his life is so public.
I kind of feel like it's best if I don't talk about him because he can just be in his own world.
Mm-hmm.
Say what now? I don't blame Mariah, not one iota. Mariah signed up for photo ops. Mariah signed up for tattoos. She did not sign up for concubines. She got always telling y'all she's just trying to take care of them babies. She did not sign up for her 2 children who will grow up with every advantage in the world, except for the fact that their father got sick and has decided to repopulate the earth. I don't blame Mariah. If I was Mariah, she could not go to the concubines' compounds. This man continues to have children out of wedlock with multiple women that he takes care of in exchange for them not dating anybody else and being a available womb for him. That's it. I'm pretty sure that's not how Mariah thought her life was going to end up. That's why she's been drinking. This is embarrassing. I'm sorry. I feel even as like a sex positive person, you can do whatever you want. But are you exchanging? Because you have to work now to take care of all these damn children. And although Nick Cannon is worth a lot of money, he never stops working. You are repopulating the earth. How much time are you spending with them? You'll say, well, how do we know that? Because the women have come out and complained. The women have come out and complained. After he lost one with Alyssa, he impregnated another woman very quickly. She was extremely upset about that because she didn't feel like he mourned the loss of their child. It was her first and only child, named Zen. Another one came out and said that, I think it was Bree, came out and said that her life as a model, she's not really able to work in the way that she was before after Nick Cannon. I don't know how much he's paying them, but there's no amount of money worth it in the world to just be a available womb to anybody. So I don't blame Mariah for not wanting to talk about him and whatever foolishness he has going on.
No offense to him.
No offense to him. The singer is also balancing being a mom of 2 teens. The twins are now 14. I'm curious about you and your 2 children and how you navigate, because you're a co-parent with Nick Cannon, how you navigate co-parenting when his life is so public.
That told it all.
I kind of feel like it's best if I
Meanwhile, Mariah, who is, you know, one of the all-time best-selling artists, is now having to do podcasts. The problem is Mariah been tired for years. Mariah can't help but to work because Mariah spends a lot of money. But Mariah, she only give you about a 1 out of a 8 count. Anytime you see her, she's being held up, propped up, pushed.
She can't hear. She got her ears in.
Mariah is tired, y'all. She don't even want to walk across. She don't even want to walk across the stage. Miss Kenny, what's up, Miss Kenny? Mims, you ain't right. I thought that was Keke. If you've never seen Miss Kenny dance, definitely check out Kenny's Instagram page. Funky Dineva is consistently sharing videos of Miss Kenny and him down to the bar where the rich cars be. And Miss Kenny is oftentimes twerking it and working it. So definitely check out Miss Kenny's Instagram. Spiritual Gangster. Nick Cannon is a strange character. Them kids got to do with them stem cells for I was not expecting that. I don't know if what he has is hereditary. I think he has, is it lupus? Is lupus hereditary? Oh, it is hereditary. Let's see. What? Let's see what he has. No, Nick Cannon has been diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. I didn't even know about that. And lives with lupus. He publicly shared his NPD diagnosis in November of 2024, noting it is a mental health condition that prompts him to seek help. He announced his lupus diagnosis in 2012, a chronic autoimmune disease, and has since documented his journey. So let's see if NPD is also hereditary. God damn it, Spiritual Gangster. I was not expecting that. Let's see. NPD. Oh, NPD has a hereditary component. Damn it. I was not you definitely caught me off guard with that one. Yikes. Caribbean Gal says Mimi is the queen of Christmas. Let her cook. Yes, she gets $1 million every year just from that one song. But Mariah spends probably $30 million on hair and makeup and lifestyle stuff. Mariah can burn through some money. Oh yeah, definitely hit that like button. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. Let's see. So basically, the people say Mariah is not fun to be around.
Celebrity, oh my gosh, that has came to Mafia Throne 3, Mariah Carey. Damn. All right. And I only say Mariah Carey because I feel like her intentions was to promote her album, and I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that. You feel what I'm saying? Because business, you gotta respect good business. You feel what I'm saying? But what was the exchange for us? Like, I know she didn't want to sing, I know she didn't want to dance. You feel what I'm saying? But I feel like Kai, he held up his end of the bargain. She promoted her album. Kai spoke to the kids. He did everything that he wanted. He did everything that probably was her team attention and her intentions. And I feel like,
let me just say this much: it's crazy that an artist like Mariah Carey literally has to go to Kai Cenat to promote her album. Technically, I don't really think that that's her. Maybe she's trying to reach a different audience. For the most part, the audacity of a streamer to complain about having a global superstar like Mariah Carey on the channel and having an expectation that she does anything more than just show up is crazy. And that's why these kids have lost their mind. The kids that are coming up underneath me are the kids that are growing up beneath my age group have lost what little sense they had. You, a streamer who's part of Kai's entourage, thinks that you're so important. Well, let's just put it into context. If Twitch goes down, if YouTube goes down, if any of us are silenced, for the most part, your stuff does not live on into perpetuity like Mariah's. Now, Mariah might be drunk. Mariah might be a mess that don't like to walk. Mariah might be a lot of things. She may not know J-Lo. There's a lot. The list goes on. But what she does have is a actual legacy and an enviable career. The audacity of you to think that you know anything about a musical legend. There technically won't be another Mariah, because with the advent of streaming services, everybody and their mama is now an artist. So you don't have like Whitney or Mariah, whose albums would last the full year or two and stay on the charts. That situation is gone. You're not gonna have that. For you to complain is crazy. She might be drunk all the time. She might be.
I can, but when I got
They're never gonna get it. They're never gonna get it because they won't understand the fact that all it took was turning on your computer and now you're on Time magazine. They're never gonna get it. The humility is not there. The humility won't be there because you turned nothing into something and now you think that you're a celebrity. I think that Kai Cenat has been able to basically build generational wealth for his family. But when you hear people like Marlon Wayne saying, Kai Cenat said I couldn't come on his channel unless he put me in his movie, that's crazy. That's like literally, that is insane. Having a channel does not make you a celebrity. Having a Twitch platform does not technically make you a celebrity. You're known, but you're not going to get residuals from a movie project. You're not getting residuals from an album. You're entertaining, but you're not a celebrity. Like, that's crazy. Kai didn't say it. One of his members, his friends, one of the members of the entourage was saying all this.
Do what's in the box. Be ready to do hot ones. Be ready to jump in the pool. Be ready to, you feel what I'm saying? Be ready to come have fun. You
really think Mariah was gonna jump in a pool? No, Kai didn't say it. It was a member of his entourage, one of his streaming buddies, whatever.
As the guests are older, you might not understand what we're doing, and that's what's you feel what I'm saying? That's what the rush is for.
Yeah.
That's what the excitement. When you come into Mafia-thon, you don't know what to expect. It's like a field dream. You don't know what to expect when you come to Cow House. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how I feel, and I'm not gonna hold my tongue for anybody because this is my friend, and I'm also here, and I'm participating. You feel what I'm saying?
We can have this debate. Me and a couple of my friends who do content creation, some larger than me, we're having a debate on what qualifies as a celebrity. If Kai's a celebrity, then Mariah is a star. Anybody can technically have celebrity. The girl from this video could technically be a celebrity if she goes viral enough. That doesn't mean that she's going to earn money off that in perpetuity. That doesn't mean that she has any additional projects. It just means that for the time being, she's viral. So that's why I don't really consider you a celebrity. But this dude then lost it. If you feel you have the ability to tell Mariah in an interview that she's granting you what she should be doing, that she's not fun. You want her to eat hot wings. That's crazy talk. He's not a celebrity in the same vein as Mariah Carey is a celebrity. And it's just not the case.
And I feel like, word, and now I'm gonna eat another wing just for that. Good question.
Shit's getting spicy. Shit is getting spicy.
Shit is definitely do it. What's in the box? Be ready to do hot ones. Be ready to jump in the pool. You delusional, but you're losing your mind. It's confusing now, it's confusing now. Mariah Carey, so yes. I had a question. So obsessed.
What's wrong with that? Why don't you be the one that's high energy and she plays off that energy? If she wants to, it's Mariah Carey. This stuff could be gone any minute. Things change. There's shifts in trends. Everything will change. Kai could be on the cover of Time and doing such big things with streaming. And in 2 to 3 years, if streaming is no longer a thing, what happens then? Case in point, you could be as viral as these two.
It's about to be crazy.
What about this?
I'm talking about, I'm on the news every day, like, yeah.
Focus.
Meaning, like, I'm going to say a lot of shit, but.
Like a little bounce, you know, you walking, what should it be?
If anybody know Kim and cool with Kim, they need to tell her now. The rain is coming. The feds is coming.
Hey, right.
The feds is coming. It's nothing I can do about it. It's worse than Diddy.
So let's talk about it. At the height of her celebrity, she went on Jason Lee's platform, and I think Jason Lee had about 50 or 60,000 people watching him live. Now you're on a stream with Ray J, grasping at straws, talking about Kim Kardashian is worse than Diddy. See what I mean? If Mariah decided never to do anything tomorrow, she's still one of the top grossing female artists of all time. So that's what I mean about star and celebrity. Tommy Lee is a celebrity, and she's over there letting Tamar's man eat her groceries for Marriott rewards points. People know her. She's on Zeus Network, but that does not make you a star. That just means that you're known. So many people are known. That little boy who he's like, he kind of sort of cross-dresses. I meant to talk about this a couple days ago. He's a TikToker. He has 3 million followers. He's not even a good cross-dresser. He looks kind of like stank and dirty, but he is the joke. People aren't laughing with him. They're laughing at him. He was just trying to talk to a 15-year-old boy and got caught on one of these YouTube channels where they catch predators. He's known. He has 3 million followers. So 3 million people have clicked to follow him. But what does that actually mean? He's broke. He has no money. And yeah. No, that's not the same for Kai. Kai is every day he breaks a record for Twitch. But y'all get the point. It's just these kids, these like 20-year-olds who sit and watch Twitch for 12 hours. And you just talk and cut cartwheels and flip. Like, it's crazy. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to Jimmy Fallon. So Jimmy then won. Wait, why is the new? I'm already a member. I'm already a member of the New York Times. I'm paying them. Why are they trying to charge me? I hate this. I'm already a member. I just don't remember my password. It's the damn Don Julio. Let's see. Here we go. Jimmy Kimmel breaks YouTube record. Most watched monologue ever. Kimmel's emotional and highly anticipated return to ABC very quickly became the most popular Jimmy Kimmel live monologue on YouTube. So far, the show's official YouTube account has clocked the monologue video at 14 million views in just 15 hours. Kimmel has many short clips from his show of sketches and guest interview segments that have racked up tens of millions of clicks over the years, but Tuesday night set a record in terms of Jimmy Kimmel Live monologue videos. The video is still going strong and averaging about 1 million views an hour. Kimmel's previous most watched opening monologue is from another sober occasion. Kimmel discussing the details of his son's birth and heart disease from 8 years ago, which also has a soon-to-be surpassed 14 million views. Let's move on from that. I don't really want to do that one. I want to talk about his actual views because he got like 6 million views. Where is the article? Let's get to... Hold on. We lost it. Let's see.
Government threat to silence a comedian the president doesn't like is anti-American. You almost have to feel sorry for him. He did his best to cancel me. Instead, he forced millions of people to watch the show. That backfired bigly.
6 million people, highest rated, and people from all sides spoke out. So, I told you I didn't even want to do the story, but the story needed to get done. Let me see if I have his response. Trump says, I can't believe ABC fake news gave Jimmy Kimmel his job back. The White House was told by ABC that his show was canceled. Something happened between then and now because his audience is gone and his talent was never there. Imagine being tasked to help with peace in the Middle East, and you're concerned with the likes of Jimmy Kimmel. Like literally. You are tweeting about Jimmy Kimmel when you're ranting at the UN convention. Globally, America went from, I think, like 160 countries. America was like right in the middle for countries where people saw bright futures, job, economy, culture. We have dropped from number 80 globally to 130. I think they even said 133 out of 160. You are ranting and raving about a late night show host when we have farmers who are saying that they are not making enough money to even produce the crops that they're making. They are selling at a loss every day. They said during the first tariff wars, they lost 40% of their business. Big business comes from China. China's the one that is our biggest exporter. Like they take all of our crops for, we'll just say soybeans as an example. Through the second tariff war, they are now no longer using us at all. So these particular farmers have lost 100% of their ability to sell their soybeans. So China's the whole pie minus one piece. They're still selling that one piece, but China is now gone. You have all these issues and you're worried about Jimmy Kimmel. Something happened between then and now because his audience is gone and his talent was never there. Why would they want someone back who does so poorly, who's not funny, and who puts the network in jeopardy by playing 99% positive Democratic garbage? He is yet another arm of the DNC, and to the best of my knowledge, that will be a major illegal campaign contribution. I think we're going to test ABC out on this. Let me see how we do this. Time I went after them. They gave me $16 million. This one sounds even more lucrative. A true bunch of losers. Let Jimmy Kimmel rot in his bad ratings. So again, He is doubling down on going after free speech. This is not Republican. This is not Democrat. This is literally authoritarian rule. You are spending time going after Jimmy Kimmel, of all people. Somebody you said the ratings are poor. So if the ratings are so poor, why would you even care? Doesn't even make sense.
Jimmy Kimmel returned to the late night lineup last night. ABC suspended his show following comments he made about the assassination of
ABC television talk show host Jimmy Kimmel spoke for nearly 30 minutes, choking up as he addressed comments he made last week about the alleged assassin of political activist Charlie Kirk. Words that had outraged conservatives, which resulted in the suspension of his program following pressure from the chairman of the FCC.
That it was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man. I posted a message.
So when he got to that part, he started crying. Put in the comments, do you feel like his tears were sincere when he cried at this part?
Light of the murder of a young man. I posted a message on Instagram on the day he was killed, sending love to his family and asking for compassion, and I meant it, and I still do.
So I saw in the comments when this part got posted, they had mixed feelings about his tears. No. Juice yes, definitely hit the like button. We got 1,600 in the chat, but I think we only have 500 likes. No, yes, yeah. Donald is bothered by immigrants, mean farmers are losing crops because they have no more to harvest their crops. This is America. Yes, he was sincere. Yes. Okay, so it looks like overwhelming. Y'all are saying y'all felt he was sincere. Oh, wait, nope. I spoke too soon. No, nah. Yes. I think the yeses got it, but the no's were definitely there. So I'm going to say 70-30, yes to no. I don't think he should have apologized. I technically don't see what I feel like he was within his right to question Trump. Trump, in the one comment that he made, was asked about this man and moved on to talking about his ballroom. If you can't, as a comedian, tackle that topic without getting canceled by the president of the United States, then we're not living in America. He should not have apologized at all. I don't see it. Technically, I thought he would have came in and did like a mic drop moment. Like he would have said, "Thank you for my job back, but I don't need it. I'm starting my own channel," or me and all the other fire people are starting our own network. I thought he was going to do something like that.
Nor was it my intention to blame any specific group for the actions of what it was obviously a deeply disturbed individual. That was really the opposite of the point I was trying to make. But I understand that to some that felt either ill-timed or unclear, or maybe both. And for those who think I did point a finger, I get why you're upset. If the situation was reversed, there's a good chance I'd have felt the same way.
Kimmel offering praise.
We don't really need to get into all of the weeds of it. I'm glad the man got his job back. He got 6 million views, and let's drill down on that, y'all. He got 6 million views, but one major company controls, I think they said 30% of the local news stations. Let's see. Company controls local news. Doesn't want Jimmy. Nexstar Media and Sinclair Group. So I think Sinclair was the one I looked up. So it's by the Smith family, Sinclair Group. Smith family, Sinclair Group, political affiliations. right here. The Smith family, which controls Sinclair Broadcast Group, holds strong conservative political affiliations that has significantly influenced the company's news program and editorial content. Executive Chairman David Smith and his family they've been instrumental in steering the media conglomerate towards conservative viewpoints and aligning it with the Republican Party. Here's why this is an issue. A friend of mine was let go from the Washington Post, but the writing was already on the wall because Bezos bought it. And basically what everyone was told was that if you don't fall in line with the current administration, you will not have a job here with the Washington Post. These are legacy media people who've spent their entire careers to work for a prestigious paper that people still value its opinion pieces. Let me tell you why this is bad, and I'm sure you guys already know this. If you have Bezos in line with a particular political party, and you're telling news media that's supposed to be, they're supposed to share both sides, right? Opinion pieces can go both ways, but if they're only going one way, that's conservative. You have Elon, who definitely has very staunch conservative views, changing the algorithm to support conservative and right-wing viewpoints. If you can control the media, then you can control the world. If that's what the media sees, that's what gets pushed, that's how you control it. Let me drill down on that. Let's go back to propaganda. Let's go back to Germany. There was no internet with the Germany. Of course, there was no internet in Germany, World War I, World War II era, of course. What they did for propaganda was they cut out little pieces of paper, printouts. And the printouts would say things like, we'll reference black people, because there were black people in the internment camps. Black monkeys are R-wording and impregnating our women. They must be stopped. So then they would have people in the streets passing around these sheets of paper. So the average man, woman is seeing this, and it's in the newspaper, and the government is passing this out, and they are now starting to believe that the black people who have come into Germany, the black men specifically, are R-wording and impregnating their women. That's how propaganda works. So you know what? The general consensus was send them to the camps as well. You can research that. So I'm not going to go as far as to compare them to that, but the power of social media can shape worldviews. And if all social media now has a conservative spin, it's dangerous. Just like it would be dangerous for it to have a completely liberal spin. There needs to be an ebb and a flow in everything. I've gotten to the point now where I'm comfortable enough having these conversations with you, and I'm not fearful of censorship. Gabor was telling me that, let's see, new addition to Joe Budden podcast. Let's see. I'm sorry. New female addition. Who is the new woman who works with the Joe Budden podcast? Hires Mona. Don't call me white girl. Okay. So Mona, don't call me white girl, is part of a YouTube network that has like 700,000 subscribers. Mona, don't call me white girl. Gabor says she was demonetized the other day because of her conversations about, I think, like Trump and Kirk. Mona, Don't Call Me White Girl YouTube channel. Oh, okay. Let me see. Gabor said it was the same channel that interviewed Kalina Harper interview. Breakbeat Media. So Breakbeat Media has 772,000 subscribers. Gabor told me that because of whatever she was talking, I haven't seen it, but whatever she was talking about Trump and Charlie Kirk, she was actually demonetized. Some scary stuff. Grown Woman, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. Spiritual Gangster, please, when I feel something in my spirit, it is real. It is a thing being done from stem cells for adults and children for lupus. Oh, okay, you're talking about Nick Cannon. Well, thank you so much for the super chat. Lovely Gigi, thank you for becoming a member. AT2 says he's securing the bag. I ain't mad at Jimmy. I mean, he wanted to keep his job. He's been on there for 22 years. I'm happy he got his job back. I don't really watch Jimmy Kimmel, but I feel like I don't dislike him, and I feel like he should not have been taken off air for the comments that he made, especially since he sent out condolences to the Kirk family when it happened. KB, Mims, this happened in the U.S. during and post slavery. Okay. Thank you so much. Me and KB are giving y'all a history lesson today. And some mess. Okay. Let's see. So yes, Breakbeat Media has been demonetized because of Mona, Don't Call Me White Girl's comments on Charlie Kirk. So it does trickle down to YouTube. I agree. Let me see. I think it's real interesting that Melissa didn't stay long on the. I don't know. I got so many topics to discuss. Maybe we'll do a Joe Budden topic one day. Let's move on to Diddy. So y'all knew that my favorite person from the Diddy trial was it Deontay Nash. Let me pull up his picture. The stylist who was like going in during court. This was Deontay. Deontay has now said that Diddy assaulted him. I didn't actually pull the lawsuit. Diddy content is. But we'll read this, and if you guys want the full lawsuit, I'll pull it up another day. Former stylist Rashawn Diddy Combs accuses mogul of sexual abuse and violence in new lawsuit. A former stylist, Rashawn Diddy Combs, who testified against the disgraced music mogul in his federal criminal trial early this year, filed a lawsuit Wednesday accusing Combs of sexual abuse, violence while he was in Combs' employ. The 37-page lawsuit filed in Los Angeles County Superior Court on behalf of Deontay Nash against Combs and Combs' label, Bad Boy Entertainment, also accuses Combs of sexual battery, human trafficking, and false imprisonment. According to the lawsuit, Nash said he was hired to be Combs' stylist around 2008 at the age of 21 and worked for him until about 2018. Nash said that during that time period, he also worked as a stylist and creative director for Combs' then girlfriend, R&B singer Cassie Ventura, who also accused Combs of abuse, blah, blah, blah. Nash personally experienced sexual, physical, mental, and emotional abuse at the hands of the defendants during his 10-year employment, including forced tests of his loyalty and manipulation. We've heard that before. Sexual harassment and sexual assaults, physical violence and manhandling, labor trafficking, threats of harm, and threats of death. Damn. Now, the reason that you probably don't remember this, but the reason that I like Deontay was Deontay and Cassie's white homegirl are the only two people who saw Diddy putting his hands on that woman and decided to beat the shit out of him. They jumped him. Deontay, and I can't remember her name. It was the best friend who also, you know, went on the ski slopes and was living her best life and, you know, was doing the mushrooms and stuff at Burning Man. They saw this man allegedly pounding on Cassie and they jumped him. That's why I like Deontay. Plus, he came in and was like he didn't really give a damn about being there. Deontay and Pearl were two of my favorites from the court case. The lawsuit alleges that Nash was sexually assaulted by Combs on multiple occasions. Nash said the alleged abuse prompted him to resign in 2018, but Combs continued to threaten Mr. Nash after his employment ended. CBS News has reached out to Combs' attorney for comment on the lawsuit. In one incident that Nash claims occurred in 2013 or 2014, Combs discovered that Nash and Ventura had gone out to dinner in LA without Combs' permission. The following day, the lawsuit states Combs threw Nash onto the car and violently strangled him. On another occasion in 2014, Combs and his security team allegedly entered Nash's home without permission, during which they confiscated Mr. Nash's keys and phone while forcibly searching the house for Ventura. After enduring years of abuse, I finally found the courage during the criminal trial, and I'm now ready to take action. Sean Combs has never taken accountability for the years of harm he inflicted on me and so many others. In July, following a lengthy trial, the 55-year-old Combs, blah, 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 blah. Nash also testified in the trial that Combs threatened Ventura and that he would beat her. Nash testified about a time when Combs allegedly grabbed a sleeping Ventura by the hair and started hitting her pretty hard. Nash said Ventura's head hit a bed frame and started bleeding, and Combs then told her, Nash and an assistant, look at what y'all made me do. Nash testified he dialed 911 but was told to hang up. He said he feared retaliation but did tell some of Combs' employees about the alleged abuse and told jurors Combs got physical with him a few times. During the trial, Combs' attorney denied the sexual abuse allegations brought by Ventura, blah, blah, blah. I feel like we should look this up because he's saying that he was sexually assaulted. I really hate looking stuff up on the LA County document system because they charge a lot of money. This stuff will be like $40 just to pull a court case. Let's see. But now I'm curious to know what the actual sexual assaults are. They could have told us without me having to pay for this. Oh, maybe that's why it's not even in the system yet. So he sent this lawsuit out to the papers. It's not even uploaded in the system, and that explains why. They don't have the details. So I'll look it up. But let's move on to this shit. Explain to me why Diddy actually has other criminals writing letters for him. Why is the judge going to allow, let me take this off. Why would the judge take character witnesses from other criminals? What are we even talking about here? You've been in jail for what? Maybe a year now? I think 14 months is what they're asking. They're asking for him to be basically released. They're saying 14 months is time served, let him go. which I still haven't decided if I'm going to go to the court case or not. Part of me wants to go because I made a lot of connections with legacy media, and I'm in a better headspace than I was, so I could actually take meetings while I'm out there, do a professional photo shoot while I'm out there. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about going. And I feel like I've been here at basically like the precipice of this situation in this case, and that would be the culmination of it. So I might want to go. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about it. New York is extremely expensive. And when we do get into some shit that popped off in the I was about to say the OnlyFans, in the members only, you will understand why I'm annoyed about the amount of money that I spent, and then to be questioned about where I got the money from is crazy. But we'll talk about that. Back to this. Why the hell is a criminal writing you a character statement? What would you even say? He pays me double for the contraband phone that I pulled out of my booty that he uses, that nobody realized that the feds knew that there was a contraband phone. What are we talking about? What is the letter gonna say? Nobody got bussy like Diddy? What? What? He helps me do my chores. He shanks somebody with me. Why the hell would I need a character statement from a criminal who's currently behind bars? What could you say? I ain't never tasted nobody like Diddy. Like, where are we going with this? You are formerly a billionaire, and the best thing that you could conjure up was Dallas Austin and a criminal. What? What are we doing? This is where we're Diddy. This is where we're at. You guys can put in the chat. If you are this judge, this by the book, fair, impartial, mousy little man who rides a bike to court every day, and talks like one of the Willy Wonka people. In what space, in what time would a criminal serving time write a effective character letter for Diddy, who is now he's convicted? I think they were felonies. Who the judge has heard the most horrific, graphic, sexually exploitive stories from all of these women and all of these men. Why would we do that? Was it the pussy or was it the money? What are we doing? Why? Do you know how many pages of letters he has? This was 72 additional letters, and some of them were from prisoners, because it's not strange. Diddy's not paying these people. Oh, Ms. Z says, put this towards the court papers. Thank you so much. I'm going to actually put it towards the New York fund. I think that anything that goes into my Cash App will be the New York fund. And if I get at least half of the trip before next week, I'm not trying to go. New York is crazy expensive. And in all honesty, I'm glad I went. Covering the Diddy trial was a big part of my YouTube career. I got kind of invested in it. I got invested. And then talking to so many victims all the time, that was a lot. That was a lot to deal with. I do want to cover more trials. I have talked to my therapist about ways to make sure that I don't get so invested, because whether you want to say it or not, you take some of that shit with you. The lady from CNN was over there crying to me. And, you know, CNN doesn't really mix and mesh with YouTubers, but she was crying to me. And another woman was telling me that she was an R-word victim, and she has to get on camera in 2 minutes and, you know, pull herself up and pretend like she didn't hear all these graphic, gruesome details. So part of me wants to go to finish this because I've been there, but god damn. So I don't know. We'll see. If you choose to support me going to the trial, any cash apps are appreciated. It will go directly to either my hotel or my flight. I don't know. Yes, the lady from CNN was crying. Cornelius said, I don't even know why they spoke on Mariah, because they don't understand what it means to actually be a real superstar, because they've obtained celebrity status through being friends with the biggest streamer in the world, Kai. I'm gonna be doing more trials for sure. I was definitely gonna be in Vegas if old Shannon Sharp's trial had made it. If he hadn't paid off that woman who says call her a boss now, I definitely would have been at the trial. Tanisha, thank you so much for the super chat. Dion, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you guys. But anyway, I gotta run. The videos tomorrow will be pre-records, and they're gonna be kind of juicy. Follow me on Instagram, Make It Make Sense Now. Thank you too for the cash apps, and I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. Like the video on your way out, and y'all have a good one. If you were drinking, drive responsibly. Have a good one.